What's up, YouTube? It's gonna be a quick vid on the Detroit Lions, your favorite sports team that doesn't win. So right now I'm sitting at on 5. I'm not from Detroit, but I live in Detroit currently. I'm a fan. I've been a Lions fan. I'm from Michigan. I've been a Lion, and I don't know people. I use the word fan loosely. My emotions aren't tied into whether the Lions or any team for that matter wins or loses. So I'm not a fanatic like a lot of you guys are now. I'm not knocking it. I just think it's a little silly that you fans care more than the actual players. But hey, that's on you. The Lions right now, they suck, man. And I don't think it's that they're that bad. They played a rough schedule to start the season. Those first 5 games, they should have beat Minnesota. But I think the Chargers are good. That was a winnable game, but that's a respectable L. We should have beat Minnesota. Seattle was just a better team. Who else did we play? The Cardinals just a better team. I think we played the Saints. I think the Saints beat us. We probably should have beat the Saints. But I'm just gonna go real quick. You all know the Lions suck. That's not why you watch the video. You watch to know what I think the Lions should do to turn it around, and I'm gonna tell you. Number one, stay with Jim Caldwell. You need stability at the coaching position. You stay with Jim Caldwell. You let Lombardi go, the offensive coordinator. Last year he had a good year. This year I'm not impressed. So you give him to the end of the year. If things don't turn around, if you don't see progression from Matthew Stafford, then you let Lombardi go and you bring in another offensive coordinator. Next year, after you bring in a coordinator, if you still don't see any progress from Matthew Stafford, now it is time to look at letting Matthew Stafford go. I don't care if you cut him. You might want to try to trade him, but you're not going to get fair value. I don't know what you would get from Matt Stafford. Maybe a third round pick at this point. Hey, maybe you take that, but you cut him, cut bait, and just start over. We're paying him like he's a franchise quarterback. He's okay, but he's not an elite level quarterback. He is a mid-tier, a mid-level quarterback. Nothing more. I don't think he'll ever be more. A lot of Lions fans have been waiting for Matthew Stafford to just take off and be. You don't have to leave, but take off and be elite. And I don't think he'll ever be that. That's just the cold hard reality. Next, Calvin Johnson. He's 30 years old. Not the same player that he was before. People say, "Oh, Stafford's not getting the ball." Blah, blah, blah. Calvin Johnson just isn't that beast that he used to be. Part of it is that the game has changed. A lot of the quick guys like an Antonio Brown, repping that Central Michigan. Woo woo. Antonio Brown. He's probably one of the best, if not the best receiver in the game right now. Just with his ability to get in and out of cuts, and he's so quick. I mean, it's hard to even get him. It's hard to even stay with him. Calvin Johnson. I mean, he's a big target, but he takes a lot of hits. His knee is constantly messed up. His ankle is something that's holding him back. Calvin Johnson's best years are behind him, so we need to restructure that deal to let him go. So, number one, if you're following along at home, writing this down, put it in your Google Keep app. If you check my other video, get the app right now. Pause the video, get the app. All right, now that you got that underway. Number one, stay with Jim Caldwell. Number two, Lombardi. This is a make or break next 11 games. I want to see progression or you're done. Number three, Matt Stafford. Progression or next year look to move him. Number four, restructure Calvin Johnson. Trade or cut. And number five, stop doing dumb stuff. Right? Just stop it. I could be a part-time GM of the Lions and do better than we've been doing lately. Seriously. Number one, you go back to last year. You let the Mosley kid go. Not smart. What I need for the franchise to do is make smart moves. That wasn't smart. Letting Nick Fairley go when he's in a contract year. Not smart. You're going to get the best Nick Fairley you can get right now. You got to keep him. It's only like a $5 million hit. You got to keep him. Number three. Or not number three. This is like number 5, bullet point C. And under the make smart decisions. You have to win in the trenches. Stop drafting D-word skill positions. They can't do anything. You draft Abdullah, you have no offensive line. You have to build up your trenches. Offensive line, defensive line. Right? That's basics of football. You win at the line of scrimmage, you likely have a good chance, a good opportunity to win the game. Get some good O-linemen, get some good defensive linemen. I like Ziggy Ansah, but you need more people on the D-line. You should have had Fairley to stabilize the other side or the inside. And then on the O-line, I mean, Stafford hasn't been good, but he needs time. He needs time. And our O-line, when is the last time that the Detroit Lions had a good offensive line? Don't hold your breath. You know, maybe last year, if you want to use that word loosely. Other than that, you know, not really. So those are the keys. You know, I'm not gonna go through them again because you should have them on your Google Keep app. You know what? I will go through them again just so you know. Number 1, Jim Caldwell, stay the course. You need him. Number 2, Lombardi, progression or out. Number 3, Matt Stafford, progression or out. Number 4, Calvin Johnson, you need to move him, preferably trade him. I would cut bait, be done. Sounds crazy. I've been saying this for 2 years. Trade Calvin. It's just like in the stock market. I'm a finance guy. You trade, you sell high, you buy low, right? You sell Calvin Johnson high, you buy low, right? So you get rookie deals. You get receivers right now are a dime a dozen. You went on 16 with Calvin Johnson, who is arguably the best. That shows you there's not as much value in that position as you might think. Number 4, do smart things. Do smart things. Don't do dumb stuff. Front office, don't do dumb stuff. Make smart personnel decisions. Start with your trenches. Interior offensive line or offensive line in general, defensive line, and build from there. Because then you'll let those skill positions do what they want to do and get an open space. So that's the hope for the Lions. Hey, man, if you got some connections with the Lions, tell them to call me. You know, I might be able to squeeze them in my schedule. I might be able to go up there and just talk some sense into them. Maybe y'all be a consultant, a real life, a real fan consultant that'll turn the team around. Because think about it. How much worse could it be? You're on 5. You went on 16. Might as well hire me. And you know what? Just for the love of the Lions, first year is free. All right, guys. Peace. Have a good one.